So I'm gonna do a intro. Oh, it's not really, but it's like it ends up being. And host Pat's going on.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the Barrels and the Bourbon. I'm your host Trav, and we took a little break there, but we have a will of steel. And where there's a will, there's a way. And I will not be doing this many idioms the whole time that's directed towards my guest. But today we have on our kitchen operations manager, Will.
Good to see you.
So I want to kind of talk about like you. I want them to get to know you. I want it to be done in a fun way. Yeah. So I think that's best served in kind of talking like food philosophy and kind of like your origin story and the man that you are and how you became the man that you are today.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
All right, dude.
Let's
So
do
can
it.
you maybe just to start, like dip our toes in a little bit, give me like the month before you started here. Like give me like how you ended up at Neat.
All right. Well, the month before I started, I was doing rust prevention on school buses. I was always traveling around. Kind of got tired of it, missed my family. So I reached out to one of the managers here that my fiance has known forever, and she said, come on in for an interview. And, 7 months later, here I am.
That's awesome. And dude, I do the pictures and all that stuff here, and you and me have been collaborating.
Yeah,
always.
Always.
It's been fantastic.
Yeah.
I love doing that stuff. I love like building a relationship. Like you and me, we're friends now. Like literally, like just because we work here together and take food pictures together.
Yeah, definitely. You were one of the key guys who made me feel extremely comfortable coming
Thanks,
here.
man. Yeah. I like saying, do you want to play? When we were going to like make content, do you want to play today?
Yeah. It's always like, hey, what do you got going on? And I already know what you're doing. So
yeah, it's great, man. Love having you on board.
Yeah.
Do you remember the moment where you realized that you wanted to be a chef? Like the moment that you were like, I'm now going to aspire to be a chef.
Yeah, actually, I really do. I thought about this last night, and it was my grandmother, my nonna. She
We love Nonna.
Yeah, Nonna was
Shout out Nonna.
the best cook. Yeah. Rest in peace, Nonna. Just making sauce with her. I go there every couple weekends, and I knew, hey, baby, go to the store, get the stuff for sauce. We're gonna make it. Okay, Nana.
Okay.
Stand on the stool next to the stove with her, and just going to town.
That's awesome. I was gonna ask this later, but now I'll ask it now. Do you have a favorite ingredient to work with, and is it some kind of sauce ingredient? Because it feels like it would
tomatoes.
Be. Tomatoes?
Yeah,
in general?
Yeah, I love tomatoes.
I love tomatoes,
right
too.
from the vine. They're great.
My mom always told me that when she would like bite a tomato right out of her garden, like she had a vegetable garden in the back, she would take a bite out of it and she'd look at me and she'd go like, tastes like sunshine.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it does. And it really does. Yeah.
It's one of the best ingredients, I think, to use. It's just got so many layers of flavor.
Yeah.
Depending on what you do with it, you let it cook forever, and you just get a deep,
And
dark,
it all tastes
rich
different
flavor.
too. It's like the
Absolutely.
same vibe, but like a cherry tomato, dude. You can't beat
Yeah,
a cherry
there's
tomato.
all
Come on.
sorts of them. Right now, I got probably 10 different kinds growing in my backyard.
Oh, you got a vegetable garden back there? What are we growing? Tell me what we got.
We have tomatoes, cucumbers, a couple different kinds of peppers, lettuce,
Sick.
cauliflower, broccoli, raspberries,
growing, like,
blueberries.
everything,
Yeah,
bro.
we got
You
a
got
little
blueberries?
tiny homestead in the backyard.
That's
you know?
awesome.
So
You have to show. Want to know what we'll do? If you later tonight or like tomorrow or whatever, take a picture like on your phone of your
absolutely.
garden, send it to me. We'll pull up a picture of it right here. We'll
All right,
shout
cool.
out-
Yeah.
Shout out Will's Vegetable Garden.
all right, sweet. Yeah.
Okay, so what was your first job in a kitchen?
First job in the kitchen. Well, I think that would be my cousin's pizzeria. Maybe 11, 12 years old. He owned one right across the street from Buffalo Zoo.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, went in there one
okay.
time to just get some slices with family, and he was like, hey, you want to come back and make one? Yeah, absolutely.
Sick.
Sitting in there. And then, like I said, I've told you this before, I've just grown up around food. Family owned a couple food trailers. They did carnivals, fried dough, cotton candy, all that, so.
So were you like, as a kid, kind of like going to the fairs and
Yeah,
like,
child labor.
dishing out dishing out cotton candy and funnel
Absolutely.
cakes? Let's go,
Yeah.
man. What was that like?
It was fun.
It was fun? You had a good time?
I mean, as a kid, you're in an adult situation, so you think you're the coolest.
Yeah. You're like, oh, look at me, man.
Yeah.
I'm like hanging with the big boy.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you realize later in life what they were doing to you, and it's like, all right.
You start putting the pieces together.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I
Free
see.
or cheap labor,
So was your dad? Your dad then owned those, like some of the trucks?
No, my dad didn't own any of them. My dad was a mechanic.
Oh, okay.
More or less like my mother's side of the family, uncles and
Okay.
cousins, stuff like that.
Were those uncles kind of like one of your first sort of like mentors in
Yeah,
getting into
actually
it?
they were. I remember my Uncle Eddie. He was a very gruff, kind of old man even when he was young, but he was someone to kind of look up to. He,
Cool. Yeah.
you
I know the vibe. I
yeah.
feel like that's like me sometimes, honestly. Like,
He was one of those guys. Oh, I'll give you $100, and then he'd take you in the truck to pay you later. The dome light's not working.
Sure. Yeah,
he
yeah.
hands you a 10, and
Yeah.
here's your 100,
Yeah,
and then you're
there's
like,
150
oh, Unc, you
degrees
played
in
me.
there. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so do you have like any like influences that weigh on your like cooking? Like anybody like Bourdain or something?
Yeah, I'm a big Gordon Ramsay fan.
Ramsay?
Yeah, I mean, it's
Kitchen Nightmares, baby.
Yeah, everybody likes Gordon.
He's the best. Yeah.
Internet
sensation Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, he's done a couple things I don't agree with, but for
sure,
the most
yeah.
part, he's
I
a
do
cool
like.
guy.
I will say one of my like rainy day shows is Kitchen Nightmares.
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
Sure. Just ripping through them time and time again.
Yeah.
Going on the website, seeing if those places are still open today.
Yeah,
95% of them are not open today.
No,
Yeah.
actually, I heard that because of those shows, and they like to blame him for it, that he ruins them.
Because he's like showing the insides.
Yeah, but you know what? If you weren't in trouble, he wouldn't have to be there. It's
Right.
your fault anyways.
But
You can't
there's
put that on somebody
there's
else.
something going on. I feel like sometimes it's like, yeah, you can put a Band-Aid on it,
Yeah.
and sometimes it'll heal, and sometimes it won't, And I feel
Absolutely.
like most of the time with that.
It's all what you're willing to put into it
Yeah.
at the end of the day,
Yeah.
You make your business successful. Nobody else can do it for you.
Yeah. Okay, do you have, like, so in terms of, like, influences, I guess, is there, like, a piece of, like, media that you look to as something that's, like, inspiring? And I ask that because, for me, media stuff like a movie or a podcast or like some kind of like visual thing is usually what gets me to be like, that's cool, I want to do that.
Yeah, I think a lot of the feeds on Facebook and TikTok and stuff like that, I'm like, wow, that looks cool. You know what? I think I could do it better.
Cool.
You
Okay.
know,
Yeah. So it's almost like a competition mindset.
Yeah, absolutely. I always want to like exceed expectations and,
Right.
and see what's out there and try to put my own little spin on it and do it
Okay.
in a way that makes sense to the average person.
Okay. Cool.
You know.
That's actually pretty. I just look at those. I'm not a good cook.
Yeah.
Really. I have a couple dishes I think I crush at, but I'm not a great cook. I look at those as inspiration of something to do, not to do better, but I mean, like, you're obviously an actual cook, so you know how to do it, you know?
Yeah.
So that makes a lot of sense.
Cooking's not hard. It's not rocket science. You got to follow instructions and kind of know what you're doing.
It's
Over time, it's like anything
time.
else.
That's mostly what it is for, like,
Yeah.
really any skill, I guess, is time, right?
Yeah. Time management is key in a restaurant.
Yep. Yeah, but there was I remember I'm a musician, I was a musician a long time ago, and I saw That Thing You Do.
Okay.
You ever see that
Yeah,
movie?
yeah,
And
yeah.
that was like I was maybe like 8 years old, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna learn how to play drums like Guy Patterson, and then I did. You know, I'm maybe not that good, but I became a drummer because of that piece of media.
Yeah.
So sometimes I like see, and I've talked about this on the show before. I see like The Bear, and I'm like, I wonder how many people are getting into cooking now because of that show.
Yeah, I think a lot now. They glorify it. It does hit a lot on reality for cooking.
That's what I
in
hear,
the kitchen. There's a few things that I don't agree with. As much talking as they do, they kind of never shut up in that show.
Sure, yeah, the soap opera of kitchens, if you will.
I mean,
yeah.
it does get hot and heavy in the kitchen like that. You have to have thick skin.
Yeah.
But I
Cool.
think Emerald was one of my favorites back when I was younger. Sit down with Nonna, watch that, and
I forgot about. I always forget
Yeah,
about him.
a
I don't know
little
why.
bit.
Yeah,
You know?
my mom watched him too.
Yeah.
Rachel Ray, she would watch.
Yeah,
all the
she was
time, too.
great.
I love
She was
Rachel
great.
Ray. Well, the reason I had brought up the music thing is that I always thought that Neat should have a theme song. So I
Okay.
actually did write a Neat theme song, and I was thinking it'd be fun if just like right now we cut to that clip, if that sounds good.
Yeah, absolutely.
2, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Going up to meet to get some whiskey in my hand. Going up to meet so I can feel something again. Going up to meet to get some good drinks and good food. But how about you? You coming cool? I see you here real soon. Might get a wood fire French onion, or a bourbon one that's smooth, or a spicy sausage pizza. I get it all. What can I lose? I think that's all for now. Oh wait, let's get a cold blackberry mule. Go anywhere in Buffalo, but I'll be here in this school.
And we're back. Actually, really quick, we got to sell some pizzas. Whew. Hey, Will, where are we right now?
We're at Vice, one of our sister restaurants, located 500 Pearl Street, downtown Buffalo.
So you're saying that we have another restaurant called Vice, and you can find it at Vice Buffalo on Instagram, and you can find it at www.vicebuffalo.com.
Yep, absolutely.
So what are you doing right now?
We're stretching up some za, getting ready to put it in our wood-fired oven back here.
We have wood-fired pizzas here too.
Oh, we got tons of them.
Well, we just wanted you guys to see Vice, kind of shout Vice out a little bit, and we hope that if you're ever in downtown Buffalo, you check it out. All right, you ready to go back to our conversation?
Let's do it.
All right, we'll see you there. And we're back. Okay, so Will, do you cook at home?
Absolutely.
And how is it different from when you're cooking here?
There's no pressure at home.
Okay.
You know, I want to surprise my mouth. I don't have to try to surprise everybody else's.
Okay.
So I feel like I have a lot more freedom. There's no time limit.
Right.
You know, the only two other people I have to please are my fiance and my son.
Yeah.
You know,
What do you like to cook when you're at home?
everything. I'm really getting into smoking meat lately.
You're smoking meats?
Yeah,
Dude,
absolutely.
this farmstead sounds awesome.
Yeah. You know, a little homestead, farmstead in Cheektowaga, but you know, we make do.
What are we smoking lately?
We did some ribs not too long ago,
Nice.
and I got to toot my own horn on this one. Probably the best ribs
Really?
I've ever had in my life. Yeah,
What-
I made them on Father's Day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I had a
What
bunch
was-
of people over, and I just kept hearing how great they were, and
That's the
I was actually nervous. You know? Yeah.
What's the sauce that we're using for it?
My own sauce.
Tell me about it.
It's a bearded chef. You know, starting
Yep.
to make my own
Shout out
sauces.
Bearded Chef. We'll pull up the Instagram handle right here.
Yeah. Starting to make my own sauces and seasonings, rubs, some spice bombs, stuff like that. You know,
Cool.
for the everyday guy. You know, don't
The
put too much
everyday
into
man.
it. That's
the
right.
Everyday bearded man.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have any foods that you hate but you should probably love because you are a chef?
Seafood.
Seafood, just in general? Are you
Yeah,
allergic?
I'm not allergic
You
to
just don't like
seafood.
it?
It all tastes the same to me
Raw
for some
or
reason.
and cooked?
Yeah,
You don't like
yeah.
it at all?
No, white fish is probably the only thing I can tolerate.
Okay.
Yeah, like a
fish fry?
Yeah.
Well,
Fish
that's like
fry
the
is-
least amount of fish thing that you could do. That's like the furthest away from fish I think it
Yeah.
gets. Is
I
a
think
fish
it's
fry.
the buffalo in me. Everybody likes fish fry. You know,
Yeah.
it's a big thing
Yeah.
around here.
Yeah,
so,
it's fantastic.
I'm learning to like that. I just, clams and shrimp and mussels, stuff like that. I just never really
It's
liked.
interesting. Yeah, I've talked about this a few times on this pod, specifically my disdain for a lot of different foods.
Yeah.
Like I don't like mayonnaise, I don't like aiolis, I don't like onions. It's probably easier to list the things I like than the things I don't
Yeah,
like.
absolutely.
But seafood, I love all of it. All
Really?
of it. Yeah, I have no problems with seafood. Well, not sushi, but no problems with it. Any kind of seafood, if it's cooked, I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah.
And I always looked at seafood as like one of those things. It's like, this is so good, it's got to be like universal, like my love for it. But
Yeah.
I find time and time again that it's not.
I think a lot of people tell me I might not like it because of where I live, and we don't have
Right. No,
fresh
that makes sense.
catch. Here, everything that's supposedly fresh comes shipped in
Yeah,
from
yeah,
somewhere
yeah.
else.
Right.
So when I travel, I'll give it a try. You
Yeah.
know.
Like if you go to Maine.
Yeah, my
like
fiance
Cape Cod.
always says, she was like, "How are you a chef and you're one of the pickiest eaters?"
Are you picky then in general?
I'm very picky. There's I'm kind of plain Jane when it comes to things.
Okay.
But I try everything. You know, if I don't like clams,
Same.
I'll try a clam.
Yeah,
Like here, we serve them. I have to know what it tastes like to make sure it's going out like they want. So I'll try it.
Yeah.
I might not like it, but I know what it tastes like.
And that's something about picky eaters that I found that a lot of people will like eat something like one time and they'll be like, I do not want this ever again, kind of.
Yeah.
I am a picky eater myself, but I retry things every like 2 to 3 years to like
taste buds
ensure
change.
that I don't like it still, or maybe I was wrong, you know?
Absolutely.
But
Like when I was a
I'm
kid.
usually right though. I usually still don't like it.
When I was a kid, I didn't like Brussels sprouts. Now
Brussels
it's one of my
sprouts
favorite dishes.
so good.
Yeah. You know.
Brussels sprouts is the most messed up spelling of any food item of all time, in my opinion. Also, the S at the end of Brussels.
Yeah.
Brussels sprouts, like that shouldn't ever exist. Like an S into another S, that should never happen. Do you have any advice for any chefs that are aspiring to start cooking?
Yeah, don't do it.
Just don't do it.
I'm just joking. Have thick skin. Be prepared to dedicate your life to this. It's not easy at all. It takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of struggle.
Yeah.
Be good with time. Like I said before, time management is huge, you know, but also have that work and home life balance. Again, managing your time between home and work.
Yeah.
You know, leave it at the door.
Yep.
You know?
I think that all of those things are good, like puzzle pieces to like have that kind of like drive and passion to doing it, because
Absolutely.
you can, like what you said, the work-life balance, like having that is very important, so you like still feel like a human being, and then you can still feel passionate about, you know, like,
Absolutely. I've walked
the
away
job.
from the restaurants several times in my life and gone and done something else, from construction to, you know, being a mechanic, things like that. And I just always find my way back.
keeps bringing you back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. That's awesome, man. All right, one last question for you. We'll get a little silly with it. Pineapple on pizza. What's your take on it?
No, absolutely not.
Just none?
Sacrilege. Yeah. Keep that in Hawaii and California, the hippies.
Is that where it's? Is that what it's
Yeah,
typically?
I never understood it.
I didn't either. I've never been a big fan. I like pineapple on its own.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it usually it's with
Pineapple's
ham,
great.
right?
Yeah,
Usually?
ham and red sauce. I just, you know,
See, I've never. This is one of the
maybe
things.
if it was on white, it would be better. But
Yeah.
it just, around here at least, it's ham, pineapple, red sauce, mozzarella cheese. Just all the things you
seems
wouldn't
odd.
think would go with
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
But
it does
people
seem
love
odd.
it. They do.
Yeah.
It's just not for me.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's at this point there's an audience for everything.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just one of the weird ones. It doesn't make any sense to me, and it never will make any sense to me.
Exactly.
There's certain things that don't, like something sweet, like that sweet on a pizza makes no sense to
And
me.
you already got the sweetness from the tomatoes.
Yeah,
like,
we're good.
Why do you need more?
Yeah.
You know, that's a lot of acid.
Yeah. Okay, well, that was really all I wanted. Cool, guys.
To each their own, though. If you like it, you like it. That's for you. It's not for me.
Cool. Well, thanks for coming on the pod, man.
Yeah,
Really
absolutely.
appreciate
Thank you for
that.
having me.
Yeah,
I
of course,
appreciate it.
man.
I've been waiting a while to do this.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching. We're going to cut it right here. We'll be back next month with another great episode of the Barrels and the Bourbon, and we will see you next time.
Keep a lookout for the Bearded Chef.
Bearded Chef. Cool.